It's not a new concept for the city of Grand Prairie, but as of October 24, 2009, it has been in a new location on Main Street at the new Market Square, the permanent home of Grand Prairie's Farmers Market.
It was an exciting day. Our community leaders, our city leaders, the whole community and the vendors were all excited about that day. They came out in full force and they continue to support us down here. Farmers Market is not a new concept in downtown Grand Prairie. It started well over 15 years ago along the railroad tracks in a parking lot over by where the Thorn building is. And then it moved over to the Army-Navy old site that's now torn down, and then moved over to City Hall while they constructed this facility. And with our city leaders' decision to keep the City Hall campus downtown and their commitment to the revitalization of downtown, Market Square was an important piece of the puzzle along with the renovation of the Uptown Theater. It just made sense. It's kind of like the two bookends, and this is our first phase of the revitalization program.
The design and planning of Market Square was a team effort, and the architects succeeded in capturing the nostalgic feel that city leaders were looking for.
Well, the landmark of this site is the Pot-Bellied water tower, and it's reminiscent of a water tower that stood close by to this location in the early 1900s. He made it reminiscent of an old red barn. I call it a modernized barn. We have 6 bays along the back. The bay doors where the farmers and other vendors that can work out of their trucks and out of their vans. And then we have 10 additional spaces inside. But we've also had to expand to the outside, put permanent shade structures up, and so we can house vendors outdoors. You know, we try to fit as many people inside as possible, especially during inclement weather. But right now we have about 21 to 25 that come on a regular weekend. But as the season continues, we're expecting that to grow. We have 5 more farmers that'll be coming, selling their produce. As their cantaloupes come in, or peaches and watermelons, they'll be back probably end of May, 1st of June.
City leaders also wanted to keep it downtown, and for very good reason.
The purpose of this building is to bring people downtown, not just Monday through Friday, because that's when the people usually come and do their businesses downtown. And since we're only open on Saturdays, it just kind of gives people another reason to come downtown on Saturday when our city offices are closed. But it also provides for the community a place to gather on weekends. People meet their friends here on Saturday mornings. They go have a cup of coffee over at the Brass Bean, or eat lunch at Joe's or Jack in the Box, Don Juan's, whatever, one of the other locations downtown. But it also gives them a sense of pride. I guess they can kind of see what we're aiming towards with the revitalization program.
And as the leadership found out, there are so many benefits for the community in having an authentic farmers market.
Our community told us that they want vendors who sell their own products, that they want to buy directly from the person who grows it, raises it, makes it, produces it, and they want to know where their food is coming from. It's important to them and their families, especially with all the stuff that's going on these days. They want and they trust these farmers, telling them that they're not using, pesticides or bad things, and so they come out and support them every single weekend.
This year it opened on the first Saturday in March and will remain open every Saturday for nearly 10 months through the 3rd weekend in December. Part of the reason for the nearly year-round schedule is the market's versatility. It was built to handle a number of vendors who offer a wide variety of products and services.
There's fruits and vegetables, they're seasonal of course. We also have baked goods and micro-roasted coffees and organic teas, soaps, candles, tamales, homemade flour tortillas. We also have grass-fed beef, pork, poultry, eggs, sprouts, relishes, and jams. The list goes on and on. It would just be nice for people to get out here and see what we have, because it does change sometimes from week to week.
And one of the most frequently asked questions about the farmers market, other than when it's open, is how can someone become a vendor?
The main thing is that they must, again, it goes back to either raising, growing, making, or producing the product that they sell out here. And it must be, all those things must be done here in Texas. Sometimes the farmers, they're allowed to bring 30% of their neighboring farms' goods, but there's no wholesale buying. There's nothing wholesale about this market. Everything is retail sales only.
If you are interested in becoming a vendor, there are certain rules and regulations you need to follow, but the city makes it pretty easy to do so.
They can call our farmers market phone line, which is 972-237-4599, or those that have access to a computer can go to the website www.gptx.org/farmers market. All of the rules and regulations, the farmers market application, as well as the environmental health application is on there, and that one needs to be filled out by everyone that's selling any food product.
And the vendors who come here continue to benefit from any number of special events that can be hosted at Market Square.
This year, something new that we're doing is we are partnering with a lot of our city departments. So we may have the master composters out here, or the people from the landfill doing the recycling program, rain barrels, those kinds of things. Last year, I guess our biggest and best event was the Hatch Chili Festival. We had no idea what a success that was going to be, and that was thanks to Tom Cox and Rick Harold. I must put a plug in for them. They're the ones that came up with the idea, but we had people lining up at 6:30 in the morning to get their roasted chilies, and we ran out probably within a couple of hours, had to go get more, and ran out again. But we'll be prepared this year for the Hatch Chili that's happening in August.
The Chili Festival is just one of many events that will make this year at the Farmers Market the best yet. Here's a look at some of the other special events on the market's calendar for 2011.